had cases whereby a man rapes a woman or rapes a child or physically abuses a woman or even emotionally abuses a woman. And then the next thing we're thinking of or we're talking about is women's seminar, women's conference. What about the men? Who will talk to the men? Hello everyone, my name is Melvis Bunny and you're welcome to Real Talk, where we talk the way it should be talked. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the role models in the men's life, in the men. Men are expected to be strong, to be more successful than the women. They're expected to take more responsibilities from an early age. They're expected to be this hard guy, to be this tough guy that doesn't cry, that doesn't have feelings, forgetting that he's a human being. They're expected to be breadwinners, and many other things that are not mentioned. And this can cause or lead to mental breakdown or cause some health concerns or depression. You see and find stories of a man that jumped off the cliff. He jumped into it, just committing suicide because it is too much. And at the end of the day, it's as if nobody sees their efforts. It's like the men has become invisible to the society, and we are focused more on the women to even notice the men. You see, the men should be celebrated more because it's not easy providing, protecting, and still being everything. It's as if the world is on their head or on their shoulders. And that's why I spoke about the men marrying rights on one of the topics I've spoken about. I spoke about the men marrying rights because the last thing a man needs now is to now marry a nagging woman. After going through all this, even from work and then the society and then everything that is happening around, and for you to just come home to someone that just wants to nag you, that is depression. Now let's talk about why we are here. Role models. Yes, this is important because I feel some men don't even know how to be men because they haven't had any good role models, especially while growing up. And even now that they're a man, they don't have someone to look up to. These role models are supposed to show other men and boys looking up to them how to live right, how to live with integrity, optimism, determination, and compassion, because it's going to help instill a good behavior in the man or the boy. So these men need good role models to encourage them, make responsible suggestions and choices, and applaud them after they have done that. For you to be a good role model for that boy, for the young men, now I'm talking to parents and guardians that have little ones growing up and looking up to them. For you to be a good role model, you must first of all model the behavior you want to see in that child, especially the men or the boy child. You must first of all model the behavior you want to see in that boy child. For instance, you can't be beating your wife and expect that boy not to beat his own wife when he grows up. So if you know you want him to learn how to treat a woman right, you should first of all be an example, a good example to that boy by treating your wife and taking care of her and showing him how it's done by living it. Learn not to shy away from tough discussions, especially when they're thrown at you. Figure it out and teach them. Also, learn to appreciate so that they will learn to appreciate. Learn to say sorry so that they will learn to say sorry. Teach them how to say sorry, how to apologize, whether they're right or wrong, and then explain why they should apologize to the other person, even when they're right. Most importantly, live the way you want that child to live. Anything you want to see in that child, be it first of all, because children learn more by seeing than just hearing. Don't do this, don't do that. They watch what you do. So be careful of what you do in front of that child. We're talking about the boy child right now. Be careful as a man, be careful of what you do when you're in front of the boy. Hope we've learned one or two things from this episode. I will see you on the next one, but please don't leave without subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Encourage us. Give us topics to talk about. If you feel you want us to talk about any topic, just drop it in the comment section. Thank you for staying with me on this one, and I will see you on the next one. I remain Melvis Bunny.
Talk to me.